So Joe Scarborough has decided to leave the Republican Party. Now, for those of you who don't know, Scarborough is the conservative co-host of MSNBC's political show Morning Joe with Mika Brzezinski. He's been the Republican voice of the show for a decade and was a Florida congressman for 6 years. But last night on The Late Show with Colbert, Scarborough said he's done with the GOP.
I am a Republican, but I'm not going to be a Republican anymore.
But Scarborough isn't new to this. Back in 2016, the MSNBC host was called the most influential Republican in America for not only being one of the first to predict Trump's political rise, but also one of the first to openly disapprove of his hatred and racism.
This is well before Donald Trump was elected president that my party has betrayed their core values. I remember back in December of 2015 when Donald Trump supported a Muslim ban.
Donald J. Trump is calling for a total and complete shutdown of Muslims entering the United States.
I said on the air, it's very simple. It's black and white. I said I could never vote for anybody in my party that would say they were going to ban people because of the God they worshiped.
Scarborough also called out the GOP for not being willing to stand up to Trump.
But the problem is, though, again, it was disturbing through the entire campaign. In February, when he talked about David Duke and pretended that he didn't know who David Duke was and didn't know what the Ku Klux Klan did, you didn't have Republicans coming out saying, I can never support Donald Trump because he's racist. They'd have 1,000 other excuses why.
I love that Scarborough isn't holding back on his opinion. And he's right. Why aren't more Republicans speaking up? I mean, at this point, staying loyal to Trump will only hurt our country. It's like, why support a man who wants to cut taxes for the rich while he takes away health insurance from millions? He also hasn't done a single thing he promised to do during his campaign.
Obamacare is going to be repealed and replaced.
We're going to build a wall.
If I win, I am going to instruct my Attorney General to get a special prosecutor to look into your situation.
And he lies all the time, especially about his administration's close ties to Russia. Just yesterday, it came out that Trump Jr. was aware of the Russian government's efforts to help his father win the campaign, but the GOP still looks the other way. So it's no wonder sane Republicans like Scarborough feel the need to speak up. Let's face it, Donald Trump is not a true Republican. With core values of lower taxes and smaller government, he's just a senile businessman with a big ego who's way in over his head. I'm Valeria Sistrunk, and for all the latest updates on politics and more, visit content.news.